So we have one more flower pot to work on. It's a little basket. So we need C1-16 and C1-17. All right, it is the same procedure this time. Make it a little round shape, but it's going to be a cone and not a cylinder this time. Glue goes here. Glue is going everywhere. Oh, it's very small though, this basket. It's much smaller than the other pot. Just kind of stick it on the top somehow. We had this second piece that was like the first that we did for that small pot. And it says that we're going to cut off the little bloom at the top. We're going to cut these leaves off, or pull them off maybe, so that we have 8 individual leaves. Seven and 8. I guess I don't need this piece here. Okay, and I need to cut the bottom few leaves off of here. And it doesn't really say how many, so let's start with the first layer. One, we'll cut a few off. They're kind of going everywhere. Woo. I think if we just cut the bottom layer, that's enough. I'm not sure why it needs to be cut off anyway, because it's going down inside the basket. You won't be able to see it, but what do I know? Okay, so we have this. And we're going to use this pink piece later, but just the flowered bit. So again, I'm going to use my wire cutters to cut that loose. First, this says C21 7 centimeters, so I'm going to cut it from this shorter piece. 7 centimeters, not that long. And in the instructions, it says take apart and take out one of them. So we unwind the 2 pieces of raffia, and we're just going to use one piece. The others we can set aside for now. So this basket has a pretty long handle. I guess it's supposed to go all the way down the side. It's a little hard to tell from the illustration, but it kind of looks that way. And now it says that we're supposed to wrap it from the top down. So I'll use this longer piece here. I think I'm gonna spread the glue a little more slowly because it dried up so quickly last time. Okay, we'll add a little more glue to the other side. Yeah, the paper makes it dry so quickly that it doesn't do much good, and I think I'm wasting quite a bit of glue. Okay. Now, meanwhile, that to the top of it, we're going to attach 1, 2, and 3 on one side, and 1, 2, and 3 on the other side. So I'm going to let this glue stand and get a little stickier. And now we finally need a couple of things from this little bag here. We have these, it says C26 3 pieces, but, oh, I see, okay. So we have these odd little bulbs on the ends of, I guess, strings or wires. We're supposed to cut off 1 and 2. Okay. I think maybe this isn't quite as long. 2 and 3. And I guess the 4th one doesn't get used. Oops. And those are meant to be the centers of these little yellow flowers. Oops. I almost lost my fork, which is right here. Boop. My TSAT is the last thing I think I'll do not today, but for this project. Okay, so glue, 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 glue. Once again, we're gonna put a dot of glue in the middle of each yellow flower or plastic. And stick that white center down inside. That's 3. Okay, now let's take our little leaves and see if we can get them to stick on the outside of this flower pot. 1. This is definitely not stable yet, so I think this is all I'm going to be able to do for today until everything has had a bit of a chance to dry. All right, we're going to put this down and let it sit overnight and come back and do the rest of the flowers.